this is Indesign and how the cards are set up and exported so that TTS has a singular JPEG to pull into the deck sheet import. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to recreate this so that you can see how I've done it. But basically, you can't go wider than 10 or higher than 7, and this happens to be a 10 by 6, but it doesn't really matter. You can do it just a straight 10 by 7 template that you can use every time, because you can always set the amount of cards that you have in here, and it's going to basically ignore all the cards thereafter. You do always have to have this one last box empty no matter what, so the maximum amount of cards you can have on a deck sheet is 69 cards. I don't know if that's some sort of inside joke, but what I'm going to do is I'm just going to recreate what I have here. I'm going to change picas to inches, and I'm going to go 25 by 21. And what that's going to do is allow me to have 10 in a row. And I'll bring in a box and I'll set it to 2.5 by 3.5. And that's going to create a box for me. And what I can do is if I set the corner here and I put my X at 0 and my Y at 0, that's going to put it right there in the top corner. And then I'm going to go to step and repeat. So basically what you want to do is choose edit, step and repeat. Then you're going to say how many inches over it's going to place the next one and the one thereafter. So in a horizontal row, I'm going to place 9 more at 2.5 inches over, because we know that's a 2.5 inch wide box. So I'm ignoring the margins here. Count 9. So I will say OK, and then there I go. There's all 10 boxes, and then I'll select all 10 of those, and I can then do step and undo that. Let's do step and repeat again, but this time I'm going to go down. Let me just try this one more time. Step and repeat. And this time I'm only going to go 5 down, 0 across, and now 3.5 down, because they're all 3.5 inches tall. And do that, and there I go. I've filled up my entire page pretty quickly. And so now what I can do is I can go to where I have my files. And I've got a lot of things here, but I'm going to go in and grab all of these at once, just like so. And I'm going to actually, that's a Command A or Control A, and I'm going to drag these over. So what that's going to do is bring me in a file that I can now click into all these boxes. And what I do is I hold down, on Mac, I hold down Option. On PC, I believe you hold down Alt. And I'm just going to hold the Option down. I'm going to click into each one of these boxes. And this is going to just place all of these in here for me. And this is just a really, really quick way to get all these things together all at once. And I'm able to do this in real time, just very, very quickly. Whoops, undo. And I can just continue through. Now I've done this in a different order than in the previous file that you saw, just to make sure that when I bring this into TTS, all of my starter cards are in one place, but this is fine for the demonstration. And so now what I can do is I can export this as a JPEG, a singular JPEG, and then you'll be able to import that into Tabletop Simulator without a problem. Now, I don't want to choose PDF. I'm going to choose JPEG. And then I find a place. I'll just use my desktop right now. And I'll say secret dimension cards. And then I'm going to choose 300 DPI in RGB. Just one page. That's all I have. Export. And what that allows me to then do in Tabletop Simulator is pick up this singular JPEG, pull this in, and I choose 35 cards, 10 wide, and 6 high. Super duper simple.